Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Jimoo here, happy 2025. Today we got a really cool ball. It's called the Onyx Jackal. Nice shot, thank you. Let's see how it rolls. Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Hope you liked the little intro there. Happy New Year, everyone. Jimoo is back on the lanes with a brand new Jackal Onyx from Motiv. First off, we got an asymmetric solid, a high-end one. High performance, and it's gonna hook a whole lot on the lane. In addition to that, we got a pretty strong cover, pretty strong core, the Jackal core, and it comes at 1,000 grip finish out of the box. So you know it's gonna read early, and you're gonna see it right away on the lanes. But first off, we're gonna see how it compares to two of my other favorite Motiv balls in the line, which is the Subzero Forge and the Pride Liberty. I've done a few reviews with these two bowling balls already, so check those out. But for now, let's get to the lanes. So here we go with the Subzero Forge, 44-foot London, a pretty tough challenge shot, but it has some higher volume, so hopefully our ball doesn't hook right at our feet. And as you can see, we're doing a quick baby swing with the Subzero Forge. This ball has always rolled pretty early and smooth for me. It's not my biggest hooking ball, it's not the latest snap reaction, it's just nice, smooth, and early, which is perfect for the fresh conditions. You want to control your angles, control your pocket, go a little bit further behind the back with your release. Check out that vid with Frankie on hand positions. It's looking pretty good, getting some nice strikes, smooth, consistent, which is exactly what you want. Moving on from there, let's try out this Jackal Onyx. Now, I don't really know what Onyx means. You can let me know down in the comments below. But Jackal is a very famous line of bowling balls in the Motiv brand. Now, trying it out, this ball hooked right at my feet, and we went Brooklyn on the first shot. So that just tells me that this is way stronger than the Subzero Forge. We jumped 10 boards left, and we finally hit the pocket. Sweet. We made the adjustment, and we can already see how much stronger this ball is. It is more overall hook, and with that out of box 1,000 grip finish, it seems to be rolling earlier as well. Looking pretty good on this London pattern. You need some balls that are gonna save some energy, and this ball is doing exactly that. It's kind of crazy that it's still rolling early, saving its energy, and snapping in the back. How does that make sense? I don't know, but on this pattern with this oil, it is lining up perfectly. Wait. What's happening? I'm like halfway through filming this Onyx video. I have to stop this just to say that this ball is so good. I just threw like a 5-bagger, and I think I didn't throw any of those shots the exact same on this challenge shot. So, okay, back to real time. Sorry about that. Now, back to this Jackal Onyx on the lanes. It's giving me a lot of miss room, and that is exactly what you want. It's not really about throwing the most accurate shots. Sometimes in league, you just want to find the ball that's going to give you this amount of miss room. Because if I can shoot between this instead of this, I'm going to shoot pretty good scores. Moving on from the Jackal Onyx, we're having a lot of fun there. Let's move to the Pride Liberty. This is an asymmetric hybrid, and this ball has been perfect in my arsenal for the transition games, which is game 3, 4, really depends on how many people bowl on your lane in your league. But for me, game 3 and 4, this ball is coming out of my bag, and I use it because for this hybrid cover stock with the asymmetric core, it doesn't roll super early right when I put it down on the lane, especially with all the muckiness in the front. It actually blends through pretty nice and saves a lot of energy for that back end. As you can see, I send it out pretty far, but with a slow enough speed, it's coming back to the pocket and driving through the pins. Sometimes going right through the 8-pin, which is really cool to see. Definitely a ball that I'd rather play in with instead of outside. And what I mean by that is it's not the best on the fresh. Because of that hybrid cover stock, it doesn't roll as early and smooth as the Jackal Onyx or that Subzero Forge. This is the ball I like throwing later in the day. As a two-hander with a lot of rev rate, let's test out when we need to move inside the pattern, further left as a right-hander, see what our recovery is like with all 3 balls. First up, Subzero Forge. Short and sweet, it's not the best. 7-10, almost left me another 7-10, and we got a strike here in a second. It just seems like it's fighting really hard. This ball was not made or designed to cover the entire lane. Maybe depending on your house, it could be good for that, but here it's rolling too early and not saving enough energy for the back end. And you want energy going through the pins. That's how you're gonna get 10 back every time. Moving on from there, Jackal Onyx, it's decent. As you can see, it's making it to the pocket. It did have to move about 5-6 boards further left than the Subzero Forge. We're throwing a slower speed, getting more rotation around the ball, but it's just not driving the same way as it was when we were further right. Sure, it can make it back to the pocket, but let's be real. Any ball can make it back to the pocket, but it's all about how it carries through it, right? And what I noticed is the Pride Liberty did the best job. As expected, this ball that I moved further left with, the ball that I like to transition games with, looked the best at this time. I slowed it down, got my hand around the ball, gave it enough time, and it struck every time. In terms of the Jackal Onyx, we're gonna move a little bit further right, and now that some oil is pushed down and the break point isn't as fresh as it was before, you can see that it's starting to find some inconsistent reaction, which is a really good note for me. Now I know for sure I gotta make an adjustment to either play around it, play in it, and try to get the best strikes possible. But for me, I think later in the day, the Pride Liberty is the best ball for that condition. But on the fresh, Jackal Onyx all day. I think I could go 300, maybe not. But I think I can shoot some pretty good scores with the Jackal Onyx on the fresh. Me? I do that? So Thomas is saying that I threw the ball so hard, the Jackal Onyx decapitated a pin. Isn't that crazy? That was me, right?
Should charge you for this, Jacob.
He's gonna charge me. I'm sorry, I'll pay, Jungle will pay for that. Thanks, Thomas. Good guy. He dressed the lanes for me. So thank you, Thomas and Splitsville. So new year, new us, 2025. We know there has been so many balls that have been released throughout the entire year of 2024, and I assume there's gonna be just as many, if not more, in 2025. So here at Jera Pro Shop, as we like to review every single ball possible on the market, from the brands of Storm, from the brands of Brunswick, and Motiv, we're gonna have a new measurable system for every single ball review so we can compare ball to ball from brand to brand. Of course, it's gonna be a little bowler specific depending on who's bowling and reviewing the ball, but for me, Jimoo, this is where we're gonna start. I'm gonna break it down into 3 categories: hook potential, response time, and shelf appeal. First off, hook potential, I'm giving the Jackal Onyx a 9. 9 out of 10. This ball hooks a whole lot. You see it in the core numbers, you see it on the lane. This ball hooks a whole lot, so I'm giving it a 9. Now for response time. Response time is all about how early or late the ball reads the lane. And as an asymmetric solid, I'm gonna give the Jackal Onyx a 4.5. It doesn't roll as early as, say, the Subzero Forge or a urethane bowling ball, but in terms of the large scale, it's definitely not gonna be a 7-8 where the hybrids and pearls are. So I'm gonna give that a 4.5. Now this is a subjective rating, shelf appeal. I'm gonna give it a nice 8. I really like the dark red, gray, black kind of combo. And it's a Jackal bowling ball, so who doesn't want to see that going down the lane? So those are Jimoo's 3 ratings for the Jackal Onyx, the first review of 2025. I hope that this is going to be a good system that we can use here at Jera Pro Shop. I'm excited to try out new bowling balls in 2025. Finally, before we wrap this up, question time with Jimoo. What are your goals for 2025? Is it to bowl more leagues, to average a certain number, to meet new friends in bowling? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear all your goals for 2025. Thank you, Motiv, again for sending the Jackal Onyx. We got a whole bunch more ball reviews coming soon. We got the Level from Storm, the Zen 25 from 900 Global, all the Brunswick releases that just came out in January. I got the Outer Limits Solid, so stay tuned for that one. Don't forget to become a Jera Pro Shop subscriber. We just hit 50K last year. I can't wait to see where this channel goes in 2025. Jimoo out. See you soon. you.